Jake Ejercito admits to being the real dad of Ellie, says I never denied it. Actor Jake Ejercito broke his silence and admitted, once and for all, that he is the father of Andi Eigenmann's daughter Ellie. When he received his award for Best New Male TV Personality at Star Awards for Music and Television last night, he mentioned and dedicated his award to Ellie. "To my #1 inspiration, my princess, my Ellie. This is for you," Ejercito said in his acceptance speech. He won the award for his role in the Lenten special episode of noontime show Eat Bulaga, titled God Gave Me You, starring Alden and Maine Mendoza. In an interview with Pep.ph, he said that he feels good to be open about his real relation to Ellie. When he was asked if he would not speak up about the truth if Andi's half-sister Max didn't reveal the truth in a podcast, he said he never denied it in the first place. "You know what, honestly, I wouldn't know. Invite you to watch the video." Attorney Bruce Rivera has a message to all people who thinks communism might take place in PH. Read it here. Attorney Bruce Rivera has something to say. All the critics of President Rodrigo Duterte after his actions of severing ties with U.S. and forging an alliance with China, go back to the 1960s. The lawyer, known to be a firm supporter of Duterte, said communism would not take place under his administration because the world is a free market now and the Philippines is doing well with it. Gone are the days that communism and capitalism are as clear as black and white. So calling the downfall of a communist president is so 1960s, and people trying to scare us with a scenario of a communist Philippines deserve to be returned to where they belong in the 1960s, Rivera said. He added that the assumption that the country would fall into communism is a rotten belief. Furthermore, Rivera said that Duterte is the only president we had who can boast of great achievements in just the first 100 days. No president managed to force 800 users and pushers to surrender. Lag Bala is gone the very day after he assumed the presidency. Asian leaders are scrambling to invite him and work with him. Even non-traditional states that are indifferent due to our perceived closeness with U.S. wants to do business with us, he said. This is beneficial since Asia has the big potential to grow furthermore, and we should forge our alliance with our neighbors, Rivera said. There is no reason to limit our friendships only to the U.S. We should befriend even their enemies, he added. We have a president trying to change that. All you need is to thank him. Or just shut the. Invite you to watch the video. The reasons why people are afraid of Mocha Uson. Read them here. Recently, a petition for the suspension of Mocha Uson's blog went viral on the internet. The petition was created in the website change.org with the description. Mocha Uson, a Filipino entertainer turned Duterte die-hard supporter, uses her Facebook page to spread fictitious unsupported claims, fake news, and false information about pressing issues in the Philippines, from the role the USAID plays in the country to news concerning government officials and other personalities, eliciting unwarranted hate from the public. The said Facebook page widens the rift between those who support the current administration and those who are critical of it. However, many netizens, including a journalist and a professor, were appalled by the petition as it violates Mocha Uson's freedom of speech. A counter-petition then was created for Uson. After some time, another article made rounds online calling out the elitists to be the ones behind the petition for the Uson blog's suspension. The unidentified writer with the pen name Maria Michaeling wrote a post entitled, "Who is Afraid of Mocha Uson?" pointing out that these oligarchs are afraid of her boldness as she represents every Duterte supporter. The article ended with, "You are afraid of Mocha Uson? You should be. Because she is in all of us 16 million and rising, ready to engage you and deal with losers like you." Invite you to watch the video. Good news, Kababayan. China gives 90 million Philippine pesos in typhoon disaster aid to the Philippines. China has donated close to $90 million to the Philippines as an aid for the damages caused by Super Typhoon Loan, or international name Hema. In a press statement from the Chinese embassy last evening, China donated $50 million for the disaster relief of farmers and fishermen in the affected regions. It had initially donated $35 million for anti-disaster efforts. The embassy added that Red Cross Society of China will also provide humanitarian aid of $100,000 to the Philippines. the total commitments from China have reached about $90 million. The Chinese embassy on Monday evening said that Chinese President Xi Jinping expressed his condolences to President Rodrigo Duterte during their bilateral talks in Beijing on October 20. The Chinese embassy said it is confident that under the leadership of President Duterte, people in the stricken areas will overcome the calamity and return to their normal work and lives as soon as possible. Invite you to watch the video. I don't tweet at 3 a.m. about people who insult me. Obama shades Trump on Kimmel. President Barack Obama on Monday trolled Republican presidential candidate Donald Trump, known for his prolific use of Twitter to settle scores, making Trump the punchline for jokes on ABC's late-night show Jimmy Kimmel Live. Obama read aloud a series of mean tweets culminating in one from Trump. President Obama will go down as perhaps the worst president in the history of the United States. At least I will go down as a president, Obama said. The president appeared on the show during the middle of his 3-day visit to Nevada and California, where he is campaigning and raising money for presidential nominee Hillary Clinton and other Democratic candidates. The segment contained a mix of humor and serious talk about Clinton's qualifications and the importance of voting. Obama said the reluctance of some voters to fully embrace Clinton could be because she's so familiar to the American public, having been in the trenches for 30 years. Kimmel joked that Obama had to take time away from helping rig the election to appear on the show, a dig at Trump, who has repeatedly said the November 8 vote is rigged against him. Staying in D.C., Obama picked up on the joke while describing how comedian Bill Murray beat him in a contest to put golf balls into a glass in the Oval Office during a recent visit, a stunt the White House designed to promote Obamacare health insurance. He won repeatedly, Obama said. The glass was rigged. Kimmel asked Obama, "Do you ever laugh when watching Trump on television?" "Most of the time," Obama said. Obama also revealed he has been called on a special phone by his bed 3 or 4 times in the middle of the night during his time in office to deal with emergencies, including when the 2011 tsunami hit Japan. But he said he does not reach for his smartphone in the wee hours, another dig at the Republican candidate. I don't tweet at 3 a.m. about people who insult me, Obama said. Obama's second and final term ends on January 20. Under the U.S. Constitution, presidents are limited to 2 terms, which is just as well, Obama said. If I were able to run for a 3rd term, Michelle would divorce me, he said, noting his wife does not like politics. Obama said the family will stay in Washington in no small part so as not to move while youngest daughter Sasha is midway through high school. Not all the jokes were at Trump's expense. Comedian Will Ferrell channeled deceased but beloved Chicago Cubs sportscaster Harry Caray to recommend that Obama open a shrimp shack after he leaves office. And Joel McHale feigned outrage when told he had been bumped from the show for Obama. "You got the president, huh? Wow, that's a big deal, he's got 2 months left in the job," McHale said, oozing sarcasm. "That's a real good get there, Jimmy, lame duck," McHale said. Thank you for watching videos. You remember the likes and comments below. Thanks.